Alright, the road to 100 is almost upon us. Today we hit 90. So if 50% of my followers went onto my Facebook page and shared it with their friends, our journey will be complete.
Gaming.
G'day all you beautiful gamers out there, Mad Mikey with Getting to Know Mad Mikey Mondays, just where it's a bit of a vlog of what I'm thinking about, what I've been doing, and just letting you guys in to my heart. So, if you like it, don't forget to be like Buddy Christ and give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and as I said at the beginning, just share it with your friends because we're almost at 100 guys. Yeah, really excited. It's getting there slowly but surely. I know it's not going to happen overnight, but it might happen if I just do my bit and keep you guys entertained. So, big week last week. Nintendo NX, Red Dead. Now, I did briefly sort of touch on them a bit on Friday's Shit I'll Never Play. But having a few conversations with a lot of people over the last week and whatnot. So I'll talk to you firstly about the Nintendo NX. Obviously, this whole YouTube is saturated with it at the moment. Guys, Nintendo are not going to release anything until next year. No more. They've given you their little preview of it. They've given you the concept. That's it. So speculate all you want on everything. Obviously, it's part of human nature. You're just going to want to talk about it and whatnot. But the reality is that unless it's leaked, which Nintendo do a generally good job of not doing, we're not going to know anything more like battery life and shit like that. So I'm really excited for the NX. My main concern was when they announced that it's handheld, you can take it with you, is it's a lot easier to steal my console, it's a lot easier to break my console, what's the battery life like, and things like that. And is it as strong as or powerful as the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4? And I was talking to one of my oldest and dearest EB friends, the manager at the Swanson Seat store, and he's like, we were just talking about it, and he's like, you know what? Nintendo doesn't go out there to be the most powerful or this and that. They go out there to innovate. And that is what this bloody business needs. It needs innovation. And I've started talking to other people about it and whatnot. And yes, it is. Nintendo are innovators. Only once have they had the most powerful console on the market. Do you know which one that was? Wasn't the Nintendo 64. Wasn't the GameCube. Definitely wasn't the Wii. Definitely wasn't the Wii U. It was the Super Nintendo. And from what I understand, they did that by accident. So Nintendo have never been the strongest. They were arguably the first home entertainment gaming console out there with the NES. The Super Nintendo was fantastic. The Nintendo 64 and its controller were amazing. They changed the way that you held a controller. The GameCube, they tried your mini discs. I don't know if that was really their innovation, but they fit that shit on those games. Those games that were on big CDs and whatnot on the Xbox and the PlayStation, they fit those on those mini discs. And of course, everybody loves the GameCube controller. Then the Wii, which introduced motion controls, which are now a staple. Like, no one gets it right, but the Nintendo Wii arguably did get it right. The Wii U, you can see that it's inspiration for the Nintendo Switch. So what I'm saying is, guys, don't worry about power. That thing, if it runs at 1080p, that's all that you really should care about. Because you know what, you guys are bitching and moaning about the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox Scorpio, that you don't have a 4K TV, you've got no need for a 4K TV. And that's pretty honest. So why do you need something really amazing that outputs 1080p? That's HD gaming right there for you guys. So that's all I'm going to speak on that. Next up, Red Dead. I was expecting a bit more from Red Dead, but it was a teaser at the end. It just showed what the graphics were like, it showed the setting, although it didn't tell much of the setting. So that was a bit of a disappointment. I mean, if they're calling it Red Dead Redemption 2, you're expected to be a sequel of Red Dead Redemption. But Red Dead Redemption was towards the end of the Western era. That's where the suits and whatnot were coming. They were starting to use brick and whatnot, and just the old Wild West ways were coming to an end. Well, that's at least the way that they used to describe it. So that's very confusing to me, like whether it's a prequel or whatnot. But hey, they got everyone talking. They now let people know. So now they're going to buckle down. And as Rockstar will normally do, they'll probably do those little series of introducing to the game and whatnot. And obviously there's going to be online, because I recently remember reading that there was actually like a leak or a domain for Red Dead Online sort of out there. So what's been going on with me this week? This week, I've just been really paralysed by options at the moment. Like, I have been sort of sticking to Assassin's Creed, so I've sort of been getting back into there. Only for the fact that with my new 4K TV that I've got, I'm still really trying to get that sweet spot with the settings. I don't want it in game mode because you obviously lose the graphics on that, but I do want it in the HDR mode, which HDR's normal looking content. So you do it's like an upscale from 1080p to 4K sort of thing. So it sort of does its job. But there's one setting that really sort of gives you the jaggies and whatnot. So I've been playing with that and I've finally worked it out. So the games are looking beautiful, the graphics are stunning. I did actually buy a 4K movie on the weekend, the Batman vs Superman. I was very disappointed in actually the playback on that. It was actually not as awesome looking as I thought it was going to be. Like, I watched it obviously on my Xbox One because I don't have a PlayStation. Oh, sorry, not PlayStation, a 4K DVD player. But obviously the Xbox One S does have that player in there. So I was actually rather disappointed. I'm glad I only paid $20 for it. But I did manage to actually finish Lara Croft Blood Ties, one of the DLCs. Because obviously I got the season pass for the Xbox One, so getting all that new content in. Started playing it. It wasn't the best. It was more of a sort of point and click style game, but again, it's Lara Croft. It explains a bit more about sort of this Lara Croft that we're dealing with. So I think the last one I've got is the zombies one, which I was actually talking to one of the Instagram followers, and she was actually saying that it's actually quite scary. So I'm actually looking forward to that with Halloween and everything coming up. Friday night was just a mess. So started playing Batman Arkham Asylum again. Got over that. Then while I was playing that, I was downloading actually the Orange Box because that's backwards compatible. So I was playing that. Then I started playing a bit more Mafia. Started playing a bit more Forza. Then I started playing a bit of Gears. But then I just sort of, let's call it a day. So, but all the weekend I've generally been playing Gears of War 4. Sort of moved away from Mafia. I'm enjoying the game, but it's too much like every other open world game. And I don't know, maybe I'm getting over it. Like, I love Mafia 1, Mafia 2, played the hell out of those games, but it's too open and there's not enough to do in that open space. So, I don't know, I might just sort of stick to the story and write it out, because from what I've heard, it's a really good story. And that was it. We watched a couple of movies on the weekend. We watched, my wife actually does on Facebook this thing called Shit My Husband Makes Me Watch. Now, she actually picked this movie that we were watching on Friday night, and it was about sort of school bullying and whatnot. I'll link you guys down below, because she does really funny write-ups on these movies that I make her watch. But this one was really, really intense. It was about sort of school bullying and how the bully didn't think it was bullying and things like that. And look, I'm of the old school, so I've got a bit more sort of thicker skin. But you can see how constant bullying can really affect somebody, and really make them think like they've got nowhere to go. I'll put a link to actually the movie. It's on Netflix. It was actually a really good movie. Just a bit earlier, like on the way home on the bus, one of the former cosplayers of the day, Jessica Rose, put up this post. It was really awesome looking sort of ninja. I don't know if it was like katana or something like that. It definitely wasn't katana. She said that she'd done it a year ago, and her hair was really dyed red. And I was like, did you actually dye it, or did you sort of wear a wig? And she's like, no, about a year ago I was wearing my hair this red. And I was like, you know which game character has not got... Well, she was probably a bit more before your cosplay got sort of really mainstream and really out there. Like, obviously it's been around for so long, but the mainstream guys wear things like that. And I said, you know what redhead did not get the recognition that she deserved? Blood Rain. These games, so I'm just going to do a sort of quick talk about Blood Rain and me. So I got this first on the Xbox many years ago, and I was actually feeling sick on that day. So I was actually playing the game and I was feeling sick. So I was like, no, I can't sort of sit up and whatnot. So I sort of put it aside, and every time I'd go back and play that game, I would have that sort of sick feeling. It's not like, because it's a really bloody game, it's a pretty gory game and whatnot, but it never, whenever I would play it, I would feel that sort of sick feeling in my gut. I never really got around to playing it, so I've got it on PC and whatnot. The movie was terrible. It had a really good cast in there, but no, it's like they dialed it. It was like, oh. That's how they fought. Like, I could have put more effort into that fighting. And Blood Rain 2, I never really played. Like, I did have it on PC, but I don't think my PC at the time was any good. And for some reason, they didn't actually sell this in Australia, or didn't sell many copies. So it was actually a really hard game to get. So I've now got it. I'm really actually thinking of playing it, but, you know, like Gears of War, Assassin's Creed, Mafia, Batman, all the other new games that are coming out, all the old remakes that are coming out. Never going to get there again. We'll leave it there. Did you guys ever play Blood Rain? If not, is there like a character that you're really passionate about? For me, it's probably Commander Shepard from the Mass Effect series. So I'm actually working with a friend of mine to potentially start sort of getting into that cosplay, because I do not have a cosplay burn in my body, boys and girls. I hope you all enjoy this. Give us some feedback if need be. But have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow with the In All Honesty Gaming News Thoughts. Bye, guys.